Welcome back to part 3 of the audiobook Master Your Thinking. Make sure you've listened to the previous parts to understand everything clearly. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming parts and other helpful videos. Let's get started. Matching yourself with reality. Do you wish the world could be different, with no wars or suffering? I do too. Sadly, the truth is that wars are happening right now, and hundreds of millions of people are suffering. Now, what if I told you things are exactly the way they are, even if it's not how you want them to be? But you might ask, Thibault, how can you be okay with how the world is? People are suffering, and that's really sad, but it's also the truth. Reality just is, and refusing to accept that is not only a sign of losing touch with reality, but also a sign of pride. It's like saying the world should be the way we imagine it, just because that's what we want. The truth is, reality can never be wrong. It never has been and never will be. How could something that really exists not exist? Now, stay with me. Understanding that reality can't be wrong is very important because if we don't accept reality for what it is, we are living in denial. And usually, nothing good comes from living in denial. Accepting reality as it is. The first step to getting better results in any part of your life is to accept reality as it is. In other words, we need to build the most accurate picture of reality possible. Because if your picture is wrong, you'll make bad choices or take the wrong actions and get poor results. In short, the best way to play the game of life is to match yourself with reality. To win the game, you need to know the rules or at least understand them well. That starts by accepting reality as it is, not by wishing it were different. 1. Should versus is. There should be no poverty. Everyone should be treated equally. I should earn more money. Have you ever had thoughts like that? The problem with thinking things should be different is that it can make you feel powerless. It can also make you ignore reality and live in a dream world where everyone is happy and successful. Now, I'm not saying it's bad to imagine a better world. I'm all for that. But before you do that, it's important to look honestly and clearly at the reality in front of you. Ignoring reality won't help you take the right steps. 2. Should versus could. A better way to think is to change the word should to could. While should means things are not how they're supposed to be, could gives you options, not judgment. You can choose to try those options or not. For example, if you say, I should be working, you are saying something is wrong with the fact that you're not working. You're judging yourself, like saying you're lazy or don't have discipline. But if you say, I could be working, you're accepting that you're not working right now. Then you're inviting yourself to work if you want to. Can you see the difference between those two? The point is, you can keep saying should all you want, but it won't help. It'll only make you feel guilty. So start noticing when you use the word should, then try using could instead and see how it makes you feel. Below are examples of how your thinking can change depending on whether you use should or could. I should be married. Something is wrong with me for not being married. I could be married. At my age, many people are married, but I'm not. I may choose to get married someday, but I may also decide not to get married at all if I don't want to. I should be making more money. Something is wrong with me for not making more money. The world is unfair to me. I could be making more money. I'm not making as much money as I want right now, but I can do things starting today to help me make more money later, like asking for a raise, changing jobs, or starting my own business. There should be no war. Something is wrong with the world. It's a violent place. It should be peaceful. There could be no war. If we work on building a more peaceful society, maybe in the future, wars might stop or happen less often. The main idea is, to build a true picture of reality, you must accept that things are exactly how they are right now, whether you like it or not. This is the first step, accepting reality as it is. Then, once you see that things are the way they are, you can start dreaming of a better future and make a plan to improve the things you want to change. Action step. Do the following exercises using your action guide. Write down at least 3 should statements you often say. Replace should with could. See how it makes you feel and how it changes your thinking. Uncovering your assumptions. A. Finding your assumptions. In part one, we talked about how wrong beliefs can make you think the wrong way and create a false picture of reality. Now let's learn how to spot your beliefs more clearly so you can set goals that are clear and possible. Whenever you set a life goal, you start making guesses about what you need to do to reach it. You might think the goal is too hard and you'll never reach it. Or you might think that to get what you want, you need to do X, Y, or Z. For example, let's say you wrote a book and want it to be a bestseller. You might first think of going on national TV. You believe that will help you sell thousands of copies. Or maybe you think that since you work so hard on the book and care deeply about your readers, it's only a matter of time before it becomes a huge success, right? In short, for any goal, you'll first make some guesses about the best way to reach it, but many of those guesses will be wrong. Now, what do you think happens if you take action based on those weak guesses? You'll waste your time and energy, and you'll probably fail to reach your goal. Sadly, this is what many people do without realizing it. Let's go back to the example of writing a best-selling book. One of my writer friends went on national TV to promote his book. He was excited and thought it would lead to a huge rise in sales. But sadly, it didn't make much of a difference. Being on TV wasn't the secret answer, at least not for him. Another writer friend spent years writing his first book, thinking it would sell many copies because of how good it was. That didn't happen either. The point is, before you work on any goal, you must find all your wrong guesses. Then you have to replace them with better ones. The better you get at doing this, the more likely you'll reach your goal. Action step. Pick one important goal using your action guide and write down all the guesses, assumptions you have about it. We'll keep using this goal in later exercises. To help you find your guesses, use these questions. What are your beliefs about the best ways to reach this goal? What plans do you think will work and why? Do you think this goal will be easy or hard and why? How long do you think it will take to reach the goal and why? B. Testing your assumptions. Once you've written down the guesses you have about your goal, the next step is to check how true each one is. Don't worry if you're not sure how correct they are. That's normal. As you do more research and get useful information, you'll be able to make your guesses more accurate. We'll keep working on this in the book, but for now, let's go through the checking process. And remember, there are no wrong answers. Action step. Look at the list of guesses, assumptions you just wrote in your action guide. Next to each one, write a score from 1 to 10 for how correct you think it is. 1 means not at all correct, and 10 means completely correct. Refining your model of reality. By now, you should have found your current beliefs. You should also have given each of them a score for how accurate they are. The next step is to question these beliefs and start using more accurate ones. Here are the steps you can follow to improve your view of reality. Changing your beliefs. Thinking more clearly by asking yourself questions. Talking to people with more experience. Doing your own research. Staying curious. Paying attention to your emotions. A. Changing your beliefs. Forget your earlier beliefs for now and let's begin again. Ask yourself these questions. What do I really know for sure? And what is really true? Let's say you love writing and would like to do it full time. But your first belief is that writing can't make you money. You think you'll need a regular job or some extra work to pay your bills. But is that belief true? And how do you know it's true? Let's do some research and find out. When you do your research, you'll find that most writers don't make much money. In fact, most self-published writers sell fewer than 250 copies of their books. Writers who go through big publishers might sell a few thousand copies, but you'll also find that thousands of writers do make a living just from their books. Some of them even make 6- or 7-figure incomes. These writers are a small group compared to all writers, but they prove it's possible. So now you know that thousands of writers earn a living through writing. But is that a lot? Compared to the number of people who want to be writers, it's not many. Does that mean you should quit? Not really. It just means you need to be realistic and work smart. To keep improving your view of reality, keep digging by asking, what do I know for sure about those full-time writers? When you study them, You'll find things they have in common that can help you if you want to write full time too. This same process works for any other goal as well. The point is, the more you search, the more good information you'll find, and the better your chances are of doing the right things to reach your goal. The whole idea of improving your view of reality is to reduce how much luck you need to succeed. To sum up, the first step to improving your view of reality is to ask yourself what you really know for sure. Then, you need to do the research to find clear, correct answers that will help you reach your goal. Action step. In your action guide, write your answers to these questions. What do you know for sure about your goal? How can you be so sure? B. Thinking more clearly by asking yourself questions. Another way to improve your view of reality is by asking yourself smart questions. These questions can help guide your thinking and improve your results. In the end, the most important question you want to answer is, how do I know if my goal is realistic and if I'll reach it or not? Answering the questions below will help. Look at your current goal or pick a big one and answer these using your action guide. 1. Do I believe I'll reach my goal? On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 equals not confident at all, 10 equals completely sure. How confident are you that you'll reach your goal? The more confident you are, the better. If you're confident, you'll take more action and keep going, even when things get hard. If your score is less than 7, what can you do to feel more confident? Could you make your goal smaller, change it a little, or give yourself more time? If your score is 7 or 8, that's a good start. What can you do to make it 9 or 10? In Part 3, Empowering Your Model of Reality, we'll talk more about how to build strong confidence and raise your confidence score. 2. Have I reached similar goals before? If you've already reached big goals in the past, you'll feel more sure about reaching your current goal. If not, that's okay. If you keep setting and reaching small goals regularly, your confidence will grow. Then you'll start reaching bigger goals. For more about this, see the section Achieving Goals Consistently. 3. Why do I think I'll reach this goal? What clear proof or results support this? Just the fact that you're working on your goal means you believe it's possible. But why do you believe that? What proof do you have? For example, I chose to become a full-time writer because people gave me great reviews and kind messages for my first book, Goal Setting. Here's one message I got. I recently read your book on goal setting. Tremendous. Keep it up, man. You have a great gift of turning information into pure crystal clarity. If most people had told me my book was bad, I might not have become a full-time writer. If you've worked on a goal for years but haven't gotten good feedback from others, it might mean you need to change your approach. If you're offering a product or service, just getting good feedback isn't enough. You also want customers to, 1, spend their money on it, and 2, say good things about it. If both things happen, it shows you might be on the right track. So what proof do you have? 4. Do people around me believe I'll reach my goal? The more serious you are and the more progress you make, the more likely people will start believing in you. If they don't support you, it might be a sign that you need to build more confidence and show them you're serious by taking more action. If you've already made progress but your friends or family still don't support you, maybe you need to spend more time with people who are more positive. We'll talk more about this in Part 3. 5. Do I have enough energy and time to reach this goal by my deadline? To reach any big goal, you need to give it a lot of time and energy. Can you really do that right now? If not, think about making your goal smaller or setting a longer deadline. Most people are bad at guessing how much time or energy a goal will take. How many people have reached this goal? How many are trying now? You want to know how hard the competition is. If there are more spots available, it's easier to succeed. For example, few people become famous singers, but many can become teachers or engineers. If you're choosing a hard field, be ready to work hard. 7. Who else has reached this goal? Do you know anyone who has reached your goal or something close to it? If not, can you learn from the best books, courses, or workshops from people who have already done it? Remember, you don't need to invent everything yourself. Save your time and learn from others. 8. Why does this goal matter to me? Why are you chasing this goal and not a different one? Emotions are stronger than logic. The more emotional reasons you have, the more motivated you'll be. For me, I wanted to build an online personal development business for several reasons. The ones that excited me most were making money doing what I love, feeling like I'm helping others, having the freedom to travel, taking vacations whenever I want, having the chance to increase my income. When I put all these reasons together, I felt very motivated. What about you? Why does this goal matter so much to you? The more reasons you have, the better. 9. If I keep doing what I'm doing now, will I reach my goal? If not, what needs to change? This is a great question, and I ask it often. Be honest with yourself. If you don't know the answer, keep improving your view of reality by asking smart questions, finding role models, and studying success stories. 10. What are the best strategies to use? Whatever your goal is, there are many ways to reach it. For example, if you want coaching clients, you could go to networking events, hold free seminars, offer free sessions to show your coaching, post helpful content on LinkedIn, write a book to get good leads, be a guest on podcasts, start a YouTube channel, create a sales page and run ads, make a website and use SEO to get visitors. If you try to do all of these at once, you'll probably fail. The best plan for you depends on what you believe will work based on your research, what you enjoy doing, what you're good at. For example, if you're an extrovert, you might enjoy making YouTube videos, going to events, or running seminars. If you're an introvert, you might prefer writing or using ads. What does my gut feeling tell me? If you calm your mind and listen to your inner voice, you might find answers. Maybe you feel that something you're doing doesn't feel right, or maybe you feel like you're exactly where you should be. Practice listening to your inner voice. That voice is often your values, ethics, and strengths trying to guide you. Answering all these questions will help you find a better way to reach your goals. C. Talking to experienced people. The third step is to collect information from people who know more than you. The important thing is to ask them smart questions that help you improve your understanding of reality. Here are some good questions to ask. 1. How does this work? For example, how do things work in your industry? This question helps you see the big picture. Understanding how things work overall helps you make better choices and stops you from getting stuck in small details. You want to see the whole forest, not just one tree. 2. What are the biggest guesses you make, and how do you know those guesses are correct or helpful? When you ask experts how they know their guesses are right, they have to explain their thinking. This gives you a better understanding of how they see things. Remember, it probably took them years to learn what they know through study and real-life experience, so their understanding is likely better than yours. Extra tip: just because someone has a lot of experience doesn't mean they are always right. Some of their beliefs might be wrong, so it's smart to talk to many people and get different views. 3. What do I need to understand that I might not understand yet? This gives the person you're talking to a chance to tell you anything they may have forgotten to mention. It also helps you make sure you're not missing anything important and helps you avoid beginner mistakes. 4. If you were me, what would you do? This question helps you get advice that fits your situation. When the expert tries to think like you, they might share more helpful ideas. 5. How did you get to where you are now? This helps you find out what the expert believes helped them succeed. But again, that doesn't mean everything they say is 100% right. To understand better, you can also ask why they think each part was important and how they know it worked. 6. If you had to start all over again, what would you do differently to succeed faster? This question helps think more clearly about what steps mattered the most. To answer it, they'll have to really focus on what gave them real results. 7. If you could only do one thing, which one would give the best results? Many people try to do too much at once. This question helps the expert focus on what really makes a difference, and that gives you useful tips. If you can't talk to people directly, watch interviews online, read biographies, and look for answers to the questions above. That brings us to the next point: